Hi guys, Chris here, and video blog today is about a topic that I get asked about quite a lot, and I was actually prompted to do this off the back of a maths session that I went to at Sophie's school last week. So the opening credits for this should be, and this is kind of a little bit of a homage to Pink Floyd. I won't be singing, I won't put the music over the top, as there could be a little bit of a copyright issue here, but it's from Another Brick in the Wall from Pink Floyd, and the whole thing of we don't need no education. Now, one of the big problems I have when I talk to a lot of people is they really focus on business education, which on one level is absolutely fantastic. You should always be learning new stuff and all the rest of it. But the issue I have with it is a lot of the time it's completely and utterly pointless, and is definitely not the most important thing to do at that point. So what I want to do with you today, just in this blog, is to just give you a kind of an idea, an understanding of why I think like that, and hopefully this will work out and you'll understand it. So when I said I went to a maths session the other day at Sophie's school, and it was all about how to help your kids with their maths so that they really got it and they really understood it. And what I found really interesting, because Sophie is year 4 at the moment, so we were talking about obvious things like addition and subtraction, but we were also talking about multiplication and division. And the bit that really kind of hit me and really prompted me to do this video blog was that actually that the teachers said, well, this is all well and good, but if they don't understand the concept of what numbers actually mean, this is all completely and utterly pointless. So if they don't understand what 10 means, what 1 means, what 100 means, if they don't understand the relationship between those numbers and the other numbers in between, and what they actually physically mean in the real world, then this all becomes completely irrelevant, and it becomes nigh on impossible to teach, but also of no value from an education point of view, because they have to have that original concept first, as without that concept, this is all pretty pointless. So actually, from an education point of view, it's not about learning this until they've actually got the whole concept thing. They've actually understood what's going on here. So we're very much looking at the sort of priority of what's going to be taught first. And this was really, whilst the session itself was brilliant and very helpful from a maths point of view, this really summarised it for me from a business education point of view. Because I come across people all the time and they say, oh, Chris, I'm doing this particular webinar, or I'm doing a course, or I'm reading a book, or I'm doing a number of other things, or I'm attending a meeting, and it's all about XYZ subject, whatever that might be. And in itself, you think, oh, that's quite good. It's a subject that business people need. It could be relevant to your business. But, and here's the real but for me, and this hopefully relates completely to what I was talking about before, is that in the same breath or in the same conversation, they tell me that they don't really understand, say, their business figures. Oh, can't spell. So we'll call it business maths. They don't have enough sales. They're not actually earning enough money. I mean, put it down to that side of things. And when you then look at, well, okay, so you have a problem here, and yet you're doing some advanced learning over here. So when I say to people, and I do in one of my talks, does start off, we don't need no education, is I'm not saying you should never learn, as I'm a genuine believer you should have education ongoing for the whole of your life. But the problem here is, if you're doing this, and this is on advanced marketing tactics or how to do something fairly advanced in your business, if you're not doing the basics, this is a complete and utter waste of time. So when I hear people telling me that they're going on the latest course for real detailed, I don't know, Facebook ads, if you're going to use Facebook ads straight away right now today in your business, it's absolutely the best course to go on. But if you're really struggling and actually that's not really going to make the biggest bang for your buck, it's completely pointless. I hear people telling me that they're going to read a business book every month or even every week. Well, that's great, but if you're not doing the basics in your business, surely doing the business basics is way, way more important. And I'll kind of get off my soapbox here now, but I genuinely believe that that in itself is completely and utterly pointless if we haven't got the basics. And it's really down to what's important here, what's actually the priority. So if we have it here, what is the priority? What's the thing that's going to give you, and that classic point of return on investment, ROI, is this something that you can take out of the webinar, course, book and implement right now today that will start either earning you money or start generating sales for you? Because if it's not, I really challenge you to, well, why do it now? Why not do it? If you're developing your business and you're going to use, and I'll use Facebook ads as an example. I'm not particularly picking on that, and for the purposes of this video, the topic is irrelevant, but we'll use it as just to illustrate the point. If you're going to do Facebook ads in 6 months' time or 9 months' time, go on the course then, for two reasons. One, it'll be fresh in your mind when you do it, so you can do it straight away, but also things will have changed a lot in 6 or 9 months' time. So move on, do it when it becomes relevant. Get the return on investment straight away. And when I talk about return on investment, I'm not just talking about money, because a lot of these are sometimes very low cost or even free. It's return on investment of your time as well. Because if you're investing time, even if it's reading a book, you're spending time, and time is money on this one. So please do always think, what's the return on an investment? And I know sometimes people say to me, oh, but Chris, there's this really good offer at the moment, and they've said that if I don't do it now, they're never going to run this course again. Let's have a reality check there. That sounds suspiciously like a bit of a marketing tactic of, let's create a sense of urgency. Let's put a deadline in. And yeah, deadlines work. They do actually make people think, right, I'm going to do it now. But have the reality check. Is it really something they're never going to do again? Is it really something that someone else just as good won't be doing in 6 or 9 months' time when you actually need it? I don't think so. I'm happy to be challenged on that one, but in general, you're just falling for a marketing tactic, which is a good marketing tactic, don't get me wrong, but you are just falling for a marketing tactic. And if you do it now and don't use it for 9 months, you won't get the return on investment, because you'll have to do it again in 9 months anyway, and it'll probably be out of date. So do it when it's relevant. But again, get the priority right. If you've got some more basic stuff you need, like building blocks, you've got to put the foundation in before you build the walls, before you put the roof on. Far too many people are putting the roof on and they haven't even put the walls up. It's all going to fall over. It's all pointless. It feels great. I'm busy. I'm learning stuff. Learn the important stuff in your business. Get that really working. And then when you've got the luxury to develop some of the other stuff, then start doing it. Sorry, a little bit ranty today, but I do get frustrated when people just waste their time. I'd much rather you spent your time on the stuff that's going to give you the biggest return for your business. So hopefully this is useful. If you've got any thoughts on it or any questions or even a challenge to me, well, actually, Chris, I disagree, post below. I'd love to have a conversation on this. And I will catch up with you again next week. Thanks a lot.